Hi Leo, here's a general look at your solar chart for June 2011. Now you're into a progressive forward-moving phase when new connections are likely. You may be giving more thought to a goal you wish to achieve, maybe for a very long time. And this now is kind of really looking like it's more possible, and that's going to be for you very early, Leos. The governing factor this month won't be what you know so much as who you know and how well you can cooperate together with them. Overall, you're into a very sociable and generally friendly vibration where business collaborations are emphasized, but also social gatherings of various kinds are emphasized as well. And maybe those social gatherings have got a work sort of bias to them, or maybe they don't. A time when the collective energy, the one-mindedness, is amplified for you, and there's likely to be more scope for unexpected or unconventional influences, and that's also to do with anything which is really at the cutting edge of technology maybe, or at the leading edge in another sort of a way. Venus and Mars are in a public sector of your chart until the 10th and the 11th respectively, helping you to climb the ladder of success, or at least make progress with the master plan, but also with lesser goals and ambitions too. Some of you may have more contact with a parent or guardian at this time, or other authority type figures. You're likely to have an ally though, who is instrumental in helping you to progress your overall aims. This is a good time to get the right people on side and be rocking and rolling together, as Venus at the top of your solar chart oils the wheels which could improve your standing or helps others in positions which are positions which of power, or maybe just in a position to help you out. To be in agreement with your ideas and throw their weight behind you, and maybe you might get some recognition and appreciation as well. Another interpretation of that is that your image gets a boost, or you do whatever you can to, present your image in the best light possible. But you're generally likely to be seen in a good light by certain people, particularly those you'd like to impress. Also, it's a great time for negotiations or socializing with people in a position to help you out professionally with your overarching aims. And as I say, it's likely that you'll feel, particularly you early Leos, that you're just edging closer to something that's maybe been on the back burner for a very long time, or maybe in fact you've had some sort of offer come your way. From the 10th and 11th, respectively, Venus on the 10th and Mars on the 11th move. They will then add power to the Sun's position in your solar chart, which is, as I said, in a very sociable sector. Friendships new or old, business type contacts are going to push you nearer this long cherished dream. Even if it's only an information gathering exercise at the moment, and that's more likely between the 3rd and the 17th. Some of you will be making new friends or connecting with the sorts of people who can be useful. You may take the lead in some way as well, because certain others are more likely to be looking to you for your contribution or your direction, your experience, and you may feel just a little bit less patient with those you consider to be dragging their feet. From the 17th, Mercury moves into a more inward-looking area, meaning that your mental focus will be a little bit introspective there. Your intuition will be working well, but it's also time you may be doing more mental work in a kind of behind-the-scenes sort of way, or in the wings. However, the rest of them are in this very sociable sector. From June the 5th for about a year, Jupiter will be swinging open new doors in your career sector, Leo, meaning the cards will be stacked in your favor related to advancement in the world. whether that means career opportunities or something coming along to expand your overall direction into new areas. Could be both, could be either. Recognition and success could be coming your way during that long transit, but there may be more than one avenue you could pursue. And so part of it will be an information gathering exercise. As the transit unfolds, the opportunities will be there, however, for you to tap into. You might have to separate the wheat from the chaff, though, really sort of filter things and sift through things. Until 2012, Saturn continues to emphasize that your communications sector, and it will emphasize that communications is an area where you've got to be pretty well organized, keep to certain schedules. Sometimes Saturn will throw a spanner in the works, which could affect communications equipment or vehicles, as well as your talent for conveying information or speaking, through speaking, writing, or in other forms of creative self-expression. So that's where you've got to really focus and work harder. Education or mental work is highlighted, and you'll have to be consistent and self-disciplined regarding paperwork, deadlines, or other types of media, which may be more creative, as I say. Maybe having to be at times the explainer, the teacher, the coordinator yourself, which involves juggling various schedules or interacting with others. And having to balance things with others, and maybe those others have very differing points of view or levels of understanding or ability. You won't want to waste too much time on gossip, though, because you're going to be sort of busy with this, and you'd rather cut to the chase and bring some structure into your communications activity. And there's a real sense of routine, just kind of plugging away at you developing your speaking, your writing, your artistic self-expression, your creative self-expression. The vibration could also translate as keeping your ear to the ground, listening more intuitively, focusing more sharply on, what you're seeing around you, sensing which way the wind is blowing in the group consciousness, feeling more pressure to communicate well through speaking, writing, or other forms of self-expression, or seeking outlets for information, or seeking where to source information and material from. More routine comings and goings are a strong possibility, but again, there's this sense of, okay, now I have to do this, now I have to do that. It's kind of got that routine feel to it. Yeah, this is the time of the day, I've got to get on that train, or I've got to get in the car. It's sort of got that real sort of regular toing and froing feel to it. But whatever is going on in this regard, understand that you are building a knowledge base, or a database, an experience base, or expressing yourself through some medium in this step-by-step manner, because Saturn loves to build, and so Saturn will help you build expertise, help you to develop through this area. And that'll stand you in good stead in the long run. Now Uranus is slowly transiting through an expansive area of your solar chart. So expect your familiar way of thinking and interpreting the world around you to slowly change, maybe in ways you never expected, due to the influences around you. People who are very different to the sort of people you're used to hanging out with, maybe, or places that are very different. Certain realizations could be a revelation to you, and you're inspired by the implications. More travel or contact with foreign lands, faraway places, or fresh fields of interest is likely, and sort of feeling of new beginnings, new projects. Very nice aspect this is for you Leos, and particularly the first week of Leo, or up till 7 degrees of Leo rising, are going to be feeling this influence mostly over June. And you Leos out there may already have noticed that life has suddenly taken off, or the potential anyway is suddenly there, pointing you or actually carrying you in a new direction, and the energy is buzzy and interesting and unusual. For some of you, this transit will help with the achievement of a long cherished dream or ambition, which maybe has been on the back burner of your life for a very long time, Leo. Now, Neptune has gone into Pisces recently and will be there until August the 5th. That's going to help you clarify where you and another stand in close one-to-one relationship with each other, whether that's personal or professional. No longer the confusion or blurred boundaries of the past. Now you have to strive to be crystal clear and quite sort of businesslike as far as you can in matters of joint resources and where your true affinities lie, in these close relationships, as the tendency is with Neptune coming in here is to let things slide and just take someone on trust or take someone for granted, you see. That's why you've got to be just a little bit more kind of on the case. Leo is born in the first 3 days or in the first 2 degrees of Leo rising are going to feel this influence mostly over June. Now, Pluto in your area of work and health is flagging up imbalances and maybe accumulated toxins in your system. If you feel your health is out of whack, Pluto, the planet of regeneration, will help you get to the bottom of anything which interferes with optimum health. And that includes negative thinking or bad habits which invite disease. Also maybe, conditioning from a wrong way back, even before this life. Pluto is about root causes, you see. And Pluto in this sector of your solar chart is going to help you to get to the roots of any physical disturbance by examining whether you have built up stress or resentment stemming from the past. Definitely a time to listen to the body, dialogue with it, try it, and intuit the body-mind connections so as to rise eventually phoenix-like from the ashes of the past into brilliant, shining, good health. Now, Pluto will also root out grievances or unrequited yearnings regarding the work you've been doing, and will help you to regenerate your working life too. Just remember, no matter how busy you are and involved you are in these areas, because that's an area you really do like to control very much with Pluto there, you should make the time for a balanced life, healthy exercise, entertainment, relaxing activities, to have that balance. Now, Leo's born July 26th to August the 2nd, or with 3 to 9 degrees of Leo rising are going to feel this influence most over June. And from the 22nd, well, there's going to be moments when you may be feeling more introspective, more open to your intuition, imagination, the unconscious dreams, and source energy. But still, there's going to be quite a lot going on, quite a lot of sort of social interaction going on as well. But there will be moments when you kind of just want to sit back in your chair and zone out a little bit. And that's it for June. If you know your rising sign, listen to that too. It'll throw another light on what I've said here. And I'll see you the next time.